The Department of Homeland Security responding to Denver Public Schools after the district filed a lawsuit seeking a temporary restraining order.
It was filed earlier this month after DHS rescinded a policy that prevented Immigration and Customs Enforcement agents from making arrests at schools. The lawsuit was a first of its kind filed by a public school.
Denver 7's Brandon Richard breaks down how DHS is responding and what's next.
We should not have to wake up each and every day and wonder if this is a day that they're going to come to the schools, because we know that they're coming to the communities.
Denver Public School Superintendent Dr. Alex Marrero says many immigrant students in the district and their families now live in a state of fear. He says it's because of the U.S. Department of Homeland Security's decision to rescind a 2021 policy that was designed to prevent ICE agents from making arrests at schools.
I believe wholeheartedly that the intent was to cast fear, and if that's the case, I would say, okay, you've been successful.
The district filed a federal lawsuit against DHS earlier this month, arguing the policy change had led to a drop in school attendance and caused the district to devote significant time and resources preparing for the possibility of ICE agents entering schools to make arrests.
Hearing from our students and parents, it's distorting how we function as an educational entity.
But now DHS has filed a 46-page response outlining why it believes the judge should deny the school district's emergency request for a temporary restraining order. The DHS argues that while DPS points to a decline in attendance since the new policy was adopted, the district has not submitted evidence clearly showing the extent of that decline or whether it was in response to the policy. The DHS also says district leaders, including Marrero, have an incorrect understanding of the 2021 policy, believing it categorically prohibited immigration enforcement at schools. Instead, DHS says the 2021 policy still allowed agents to make arrests at schools in certain circumstances, including if they got prior approval from the agency's headquarters. But DHS says even if everything DPS claims were true, lower courts like the one hearing the suit cannot interfere with immigration enforcement because Congress restricted their authority to do so, saying only the U.S. Supreme Court had that power. Marrero suggested the suit, the first of its kind filed by a public school, could end up there.
I predict that it's going to make it all the way up the chain.
DPS can respond or leave it to the courts to take it from here. Brandon Richard, Denver 7.
And earlier this month, Colorado Senators John Hickenlooper and Michael Bennet introduced a bill to protect sensitive locations like schools from ICE raids. The Protecting Sensitive Locations Act would reinstate the 2021 policy that limits ICE from taking enforcement actions in schools, hospitals, and churches. Senator Bennet says the Trump administration's efforts are, quote, deeply concerning and go against a long-standing precedent.